Hello, welcome to episode 2 of Problems and Solutions. I put these videos out not to criticise any manufacturers or suppliers, but to give you a solution if it does arise with your caravan. As I have said on previous videos, most people with an RV do encounter the odd issue from time to time, and if you know how to fix it, it makes life a lot easier. Most of us with an off-road caravan like to get away to enjoy the peace and serenity. I know we certainly do. We'd like to find some out-of-the-way place to set up camp. But one little annoying problem we've had in our van ever since we purchased it is the gas alarm that goes off for a various range of gas problems. The gas alarm that came with the van was very sensitive. Hairspray would set it off, shadow fluctuants would set it off during the night, even putting my shoes under the table would set it off. And some nights it would just go off for what we couldn't see was any reason. I did fit a bell press switch under the seat which would momentarily deactivate the supply to the alarm, which would shut it down, but you still had to get out of bed during the night to turn it off quickly. I did some research and then I found a new product on the market which was designed only to go off for LPG gas, and it works beautifully. So we no longer have that problem, and we can freely live in the van. And I did test it. I got my gas bottle out just to make sure that it does work. To meet the gas regulations, we've got these vents under the bed with caps to fit for dirty roads, and then unscrew it when you're set up camp. A simple idea for these vents, because when they're underneath there and you try and get them out, sometimes I found them fairly difficult. Just go to a hardware store and get some door handles that you'd put on drawers and fit them to these handles. Makes them very easy to remove. Our van, like a lot of others, is fitted with a Truma heater underneath the fridge. It's a room heater and also a water heater in a combination unit. Now, this heater works really well, but we have had a problem. This is our third combo heater. And what the problem is, there wasn't enough ventilation built in to the box underneath the fridge. When the service agent came out to replace it, I talked to him about ventilation and asked him if it was an issue, and he said absolutely. He said there needs to be a lot more ventilation than what was supplied initially. So I'd had one small vent down the bottom right hand of that cupboard, and that was just not sufficient to keep the unit cool enough to operate. So we did a number of things. I did get Zone to fit additional vents in the top of the door. Got one of their service agents to do that. In the existing vent that was there, I fitted a small Sirocco fan. I also fitted a larger fan at the vent at the back of the fridge. They work in combination. The small one at the front is pulling air out of the cabin, and the larger one at the rear is pushing out hot air up the air duct behind the fridge, which then is ventilated through the roof. I also fitted a thermostat, so once this area down here in the cupboard gets greater than 35 degrees centigrade, the fan automatically comes on. If you've got any type of heating apparatus in a small confined space, it's a good idea to provide plenty of ventilation. Otherwise it's probably a recipe for problems down the track. We did find the washing machine sometimes really rocked the van. Felt like we were on the Gibraltar Road again. But we did hear someone suggest that you just raise the rear legs just off the ground, and that's really smoothed it out. It's so much better than what it used to be. On our outside drop-down table, we use this as an outdoor kitchen. We've just added a few things recently, and one is a paper towel rack. This is another Fusion suction product. They work really well. We just unclip it when we're going to travel. Also, we use our induction cooktop here, resting on a pet tidy mat. We picked up this mat from the Kmart pet section. We hope you've enjoyed this video once again, and you picked up a few tips for your travels. And we'll just leave you on the edge of the world, the Nullarbor Plains, one of our favourite camp spots.
Show you the time of your life. I want to figure out what it takes to give you everything you desire.
And that's all, folks.